Hey guys, so for today's video, you are going to plan with me for September. I'm going to be using the worksheet from Lavender, so you can check that out to see how I came up with this way of planning. So the first thing you need to think about is your intention. So what is your intention for the month? So this is going to be for September. So September will be, and then you fill in the blank, which I love because a couple years ago, my whole goal for that year was to live with intention, to make sure that everything that I had to do had a purpose and living for that purpose. So I love how this would get me back to being intentional and living intentionally. So that is the first thing. September will be, and I need to fill in that blank. Then you want to look at your top 3 goals for that month. So what are going to be my top 3 goals for September? And then also think about your mini goals if you have any. So your big goals, and then you have your mini goals. Then you're going to go ahead and create a weekly breakdown for those goals. So ultimately, what do you need to do week by week to make sure that by the end of the month you have accomplished your goals for that month? And then the very last thing you need to do is put it on a calendar and make it visual. You want to be able to see this calendar, whether it's on your phone or whether it's hanging up on a wall. You want to have that reminder so that you know each and every day, every week, what you need to do to accomplish your goals for that month. Alright, so before we jump into September, I'm just going to recap August. Now, I did not do this for August, so I am just going to talk about some of the highs of August that is going to prepare me for September. Whereas next month, I will have this done for September to therefore look at, reflect on, and move into October. So looking at highlights for August. August was my first month where I actually got back into digital creation. So I had taken off a long time for my maternity leave after I had Kylie to just focus on being a mom and getting used to being a mom and being in that space and giving her everything that she needed. August came around and it was time for me to get off maternity leave, so I am so happy and proud of myself for taking on this whole space as a full-time digital creator, and that means here on Instagram and on my blog. Now, of course, there were some hiccups, but I'm just going to focus on the fact that I took on this job full-time after having so much time off and not being consistent. Another highlight for August, which is actually kind of bittersweet, but it was me putting in my resignation as a teacher. So it actually happened just last week that I had to put my resignation in because of childcare situations, and the only person I trust with my baby is the person who raised me, and since she's not able to do that, no one else. But just putting in that resignation, like, I have been talking about leaving teaching and just education for so many years and just kept being too afraid to do it, and wanting to take this on full time and really focusing on my business. And now is the time for me to do it, and I took that leap of faith. I quit my job and I am taking this role as a digital creator more full-time, more permanent, more serious. So that for me is a super big highlight. Again, bittersweet. This was the first year that I was actually looking forward to going back into the classroom, ironically, and it's the year that I leave. Well, the first year in a long time that I was looking forward to going back into the classroom. Another highlight for August was figuring out a schedule for September. So I literally was able to just figure out a schedule that is going to work for me to be able to work from home, where I'm not going to feel burnt out with my baby and with trying to do this job. I am nursing, so there's a whole lot that goes into that, like exclusively nursing. So just trying to make sure that I'm able to make this job a reality, make sure my business is a business and not just a hobby that I get little money here and there from. Like, I need this to replace my teaching income. So I was super excited about finally figuring out a schedule that I believe is going to work. Like I said, it's for September. Literally just, I'm still working on it now, like adding the finishing touches to it. So I'm super excited about it. It is still August, so I'm counting that as a highlight for August. And of course, we will know how successful it is at the end of September when we plan for October. Another highlight for me, as I said, going into this business full-time, was getting a campaign. So that is when you work with a brand and you get paid to create content for them. And even though I've been doing this for 6 years, working with other brands and getting paid for it, it's just something that I kind of put off while I was pregnant, because one, I never knew how I was going to feel. I never knew if I was going to be up to meeting their deadlines. Two, with the whole pandemic, I was kind of like, I don't want to feel that pressure of being told I like this picture, I don't like this picture, I need it by this time, and all that stuff. So I kind of like slacked off with that. And being a teacher helped, because it's like, well, I have money coming, so I didn't need it. Whereas now, I need this. So I'm really excited about getting my first campaign as a full-time digital creator, and I'm looking forward to this. It's a brand that I've been trying to work with for so many years. So to finally get to work with them, I'm super excited, and that's going to be on my Instagram. That's where I get most of my campaigns from, just because, you know, I'm not a major YouTuber yet. So, but yeah, super excited about that. So those are some highlights for August. So now we're going to look at August again. I'm just now using this planning guide for the first time, so I didn't use it in August, but I'm still going to look at August and reflect on it so that I know what to do moving forward. So the next thing that I'm going to answer is, how can I improve August? You know, so how can I improve for September? One way I can improve for September is to stick to my schedule. My schedule is very flexible. Of course, it has to be. I'm a stay-at-home mom that works from home. So the stay-at-home mom is my first job. So that is priority. So it has to be flexible, because I need to make sure that I'm giving Kylie what she needs, and then my work can come in. But I still need to make sure that I'm staying on schedule so that I can get my work done and not be stressed out, like filming this video the day before it goes up. Like, I want to make sure that my videos are done, that my blog posts are done, that my pictures are done and edited 2 weeks at least before I need to post them on my social media platforms. So just making sure that I'm sticking to a schedule so that everything runs smoothly, and therefore I will be more successful in the end. And then another thing that I need to do, clearly, is be more aggressive with campaigns. Normally I like to just, well, not I like to, but I'll just sit around and wait for the brands to reach out to me, and that works. I get a lot of offers every single day, but at the same time, they're not necessarily brands that fit my brand. Whereas if I'm reaching out, of course, there are going to be brands that fit my brand because I'm reaching out to them. So I just need to be more aggressive and not just sit and wait for brands to reach out to me and say yay or nay. In most cases, I end up saying nay. But I need to be more aggressive in that aspect, where I'm the one pushing out, going for brands that I want, brands that I think fits me the best, so that at the end of the month, I have a nice little income stream each month. So now let's jump into September. So looking at that first pointer, September will be, what is my intention for the month? So my intention for the month clearly is to see some growth in my business. So September will be filled with ample opportunity. Just gonna leave that out there. I know that's very vague, but that's where I am in my life right now. I need it to be open. Open for flexibility. So September will be filled with ample opportunities, and this is in life and in business. Like, I need to make sure that I'm being receptive of things, of changes, and I need those opportunities to come. So my top 3 goals are kind of in line with my improvements from August. So how am I improving for September? Those kind of flow in my top 3 goals. So of course, goal number 1 is to stick to my schedule. I'm not gonna say 100%. because I am still human and I have a baby, and you just never know what the day is going to be like with kids, especially a baby. So I'm gonna say my goal for September is to stick to my schedule with 80% accuracy, because that's what we used to use as a teacher. 80% accuracy, I need to stick to my schedule. So that means I'm giving myself 20% room for improvement, which also means for mistakes, but let's be positive. So 80% accuracy with following my schedule. And I'm going to say so for goal number 2, my second goal for September is to land at least 2 campaigns. So the campaign that I have is not until October. Like, I have the campaign now, I'm going to work on it now, send them the work, send them over the pictures and videos now, but I don't post that until October. So that means I probably won't get paid for that until November, because you normally get paid within a 30-day frame. So I need to land 2 campaigns for September, cutting it really close, which adds a lot of pressure, but hopefully I can get something in line for September itself. If not, I'll still be happy with just getting 2 campaigns confirmed in September, even if they're not for another 2 months, like even if they're campaigns for October and November. So yeah, 2 campaigns only. If I get more, hallelujah, thank you Jesus, but I'm not going to stress myself out. So goal number 3 is more personal, and that is for me to gain weight. I know that's totally the opposite of what most people are trying to do, but as I've said already, I am nursing Kylie, and with that, they're taking everything, like the babies are taking everything from you, and I've been losing so much weight that I don't feel healthy. So I want to be healthy, I want to be alert. So my goal, my third goal, is to gain weight or figure out a way to maintain my weight. The nurses, when I delivered Kylie, said that I should eat an extra 500 calories a day, and that's just not really easy for me. I have a super high metabolism, so therefore I'm just not seeing it. I'm always hungry, so I'm always eating, but clearly it's just not working. And like I said, I don't feel super like, I don't feel like I have a lot of energy. I feel drained a lot, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing whatever I can do to gain weight healthily and be able to maintain like a certain weight. So that is goal number 3. So if I can gain and maintain, let's just say 2 pounds, that's a lot for me to try to do. That is gonna be my goal. 2 pounds. Should I say 3? I'm gonna say 3 pounds. Goal really is a pound a week. Being realistic, I'm just gonna say 3 pounds. So 3 pounds for September. That is goal number 3. So now that I have those 3 goals in mind, now I need to figure out how I'm going to tackle those, and those will be my mini goals that I'm going to figure out what I need to do so that I have my weekly plan in effect. So now I need to figure out what I need to do as far as sticking to my schedule, my calendar and everything, pushing myself to reach out to brands to get those 2 campaigns, eating healthily and working out, where it's going to help me to build mass and be healthy. So yeah, so that is my goals for September. I don't really do financial goals per se. I know like my business goals clearly are financial, just because I'm at a good place financially in my life right now. So we don't really have a budget that we stick to, because we just live like it's our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is living with a budget. So it's not like we have a set budget. We don't spend a lot of money. We don't shop a lot. I know it might look like that because of my job, you know, but we don't shop a lot. We don't waste money. We try not to eat out often. I know before I got married, I never ate out. So like budget wise, we don't really do budgets. But that might be something I'm looking into, especially with Christmas coming for Kylie, this being her first Christmas. I will need to set a budget for that, so maybe that'll be goals like later on in the future. where I do some kind of more financial monthly planning, but this is it for me for right now, starting small, and eventually we'll see how this goes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know to continue to do this every month. If you have any goals or anything you would like to share, leave that down in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would love to have you here as part of this family. Hopefully when you're watching this, I've made it to 2,500 subscribers. I'm 2 away right this moment, so hopefully by the time this is published that I have 2,500. That is just so awesome that I am at that milestone. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in a few days in a new video. Love you. Bye.